Hello everybody, I'm Darkspine Sonic 3. We're gonna play a game today, it's called Gauntlet Dark Legacy. And I can't think of any more rhymes. Ah well, it was fun while it lasted. Anyway, hello everybody, Darkspine Sonic 3 here, coming to you with another episode of Gauntlet Dark Legacy. In the last episode, we went through the 4th level of the Sky Dominion, and okay, that kinda startled me, I wasn't expecting them to come up while I was searching for stuff. Where is my X-ray? Keys. I mean, I already had a full key ring, but why not? So, we went through the 4th level of the Sky Dominion, we got the last runestone, and, well, I mean, I don't think we got that in the last one. Actually, no, I think the last runestone for the Sky Dominion is here. But we did get the good book, and we fought the Lich again. So, it definitely was not just a level. They make sure to give you a reason to feel accomplished in the levels, which I think is really good. So, if the levels drag on for a very long time, you can still feel accomplished in knowing that that level had the legendary weapon that would defeat the Lich, that would help you defeat the Lich. So, that's good. We're almost done with the Sky Dominion, thankfully, and then we're going to move on to the forest. When you reach 4 switches, one will lead you astray. That's where the runestone is. Hooray. I don't know, I'm in a singing and rhyming mood. And I'm not usually in that kind of mood. I spent like a good 30 seconds before I started recording singing, trying to make up rhymes for that little beginning thing I just did. Didn't go too well. Because I don't know what I'm gonna be singing to. I didn't know what I was singing to. I didn't know what it was gonna sound like. It was a lot better when I was in the drawing room. So now I know that I am just not meant to be a singer. And I'm fine with that, because really being a commentator is a lot more fun anyway, because I get to say what I want. And, you know, I get to say it without trying to stay on beat. Well, actually, no. I have to stay on beat in a different kind of way. I have to stay on beat when it comes to actually, like, talking about what's going on. So I have to make sure that my voice is in the video at almost every time. And that's very difficult to do, hence why there's so much silence sometimes. It's something I gotta work on. Plus, doing this all by myself is a bit tough, but it's still a lot of fun, and I still really enjoy doing it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Yep, one will lead me astray, and it's probably... Oh, well, okay. That was easy. Cool, we gained a level. Maybe we can make it up to level 40 and get another rank. That'd be nice. Oh, that looks nice. That's a lot of gems. There's more gems than Chaos Emeralds. Alright. Here we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that was good enough. Right, so that wasn't where the runestone was, but there is another area where that kind of thing happens, so we gotta keep our eyes peeled for that. And actually, that's with 5 switches. So we have to make sure that we can raise the runestone, open up the door, open up the cage it's in, and probably something else. I don't remember. But we have to make sure that we keep everything nice and orderly. So, yes, like I was saying before, solo commentary is a very difficult thing to do. It's not something that very many can accomplish. I'm lucky that Super Mario Sunshine went anywhere near as well as it did, but I really enjoyed it, so I'm gonna just keep working on it. And I think that's something that I can permit myself to do. That's something that I want to do, so I'm going to do it. So, there's that. I have a lot of ideas for fun things that I can do with friends, like, I wanted to have my friend Nate and I record Wind Waker HD because I wanted to do I wanted to read everything in like a gruff voice. Like it would turn into like something. It would kind of turn into something like Freeman's Mind, except more timely and not quite so well thought out. But I wanted to read everything in a gruff voice, like, "Hey Link, your grandma's my soup whore!" and stuff like that. I wanted to do that. He was on board for it. I wanted to see if I could get my friend Phil on board with it. He really hasn't replied, but I really wanted to do that, and so I'm working on making that happen as well. And you know, it would be a lot of fun if I could make that happen, because let's face it, soup whores are funny. What would a soup whore? I know that it's basically just like a woman that makes soup. Or not exactly a woman, just like anybody that makes soup for someone, or is forced to make soup for someone. But like, I don't know. How would that happen? How would you like get hired into that position? I mean, being forced to have sex and being forced to make soup are two entirely different things. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why we brought that up, but kinda, it just happened. And we're still in this level, and I'm not entirely enjoying that. I kinda want to go fight the Plague Fiend because he's kinda fun to fight. He's not a very difficult battle. Let's put it that way. Well, actually, he can be if you don't have the Javelin of Blinding, which we do. Which we thoroughly jam into his eyeball so that he keeps missing his projectile attacks. Or more, so that he keeps shooting them in the center, as opposed to shooting them someplace for a while. Nah. But there's just so much to cover. But other than that, I really wanted to get Sonicoms back up and running, and that's more possible now than it was a really long time ago, which I'm really glad for, because Sonicoms was one of my favorite things to do. That was the first time I ever actually worked with multiple people on commentary, and it was so much fun that I figured, hey, I want to keep doing that. It was a lot of fun, so why not? And I wanted to get it back up and running because, well, for starters, we wanted to get Trevor on the channel so that he would leave us alone about it. And we wanted to get it back up and running so that he would stop being like, yeah, when are you guys going to get the channel up? Because that's what it used to be. Now he's kind of simmered down and, you know, quit bugging us about it. I'm sorry, Trevor, but you can't just keep asking. It's kind of like asking... It's kind of like being on a road trip and saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? It's not something you should do. So, there's that. It's nice, and that's right by where we're supposed to be for, Brimstone, so that's nice. Let's see. I'm gonna be horribly lost for a while. I know that, like, the X-ray glasses and the anti-death are right next to each other, but I should not be so reckless. Yeah, I should not be so reckless with my barrel opening, because there could be a death in there at any moment, and it would fluster me really bad. I would freak out. I'd be like, wait a second, what's going on? Kind of like what Devin did, except not screaming, more like just flipping out. Flipping out generally, not flipping out literally. I don't know how to explain that. And I'm pretty sure I didn't even... I'm pretty sure I did an even worse job of it. But, point is, I don't want to do that. So, there's that. I wanted to do Resident Evil 5 with my girlfriend, but because my headset is so weak, this is where the runestone is, by the way. Because my headset is so weak, never mind, it's not where the runestone is. To begin to free in steps of 3, 5 must be the center key. To begin to free in steps of 3, 5 must be the center key. That one is actually a really, really fun rhyme. To begin to free in steps of 3, 5 must be the center key. I'm gonna have to try and figure that out, because that's a really fun rhyme, and I want to figure it out. 2 begins to free. That's not 2. 2 begin to free in steps of 3. 5 must be the center key. Okay, so you start off at 2, then you take 3 steps, and then 5 is the center key. Okay. That one was pretty cool. I should make that like my motto. I don't know how I'd apply that to anything, but it'd be worth it. So, we got our runestone. Or at least I'm pretty sure we did. I don't know, my eyes kind of shut off. My eyes shut off. Well, there's a bomb in there. Knew it. Neat. I was expecting death to be in there. From where a dead man hangs, a lone, pale crystal sits. Okay. So, all we gotta do is open that up, and then we just need to try and avoid this crap. It can get a bit tough, but not for us. Really, bro? Right there? Nice try. Surprise, button 6, button 6, button 6, button 6, button. Get out of here! Making me miss all my crystals. Thankfully, our anti-death hasn't run out on us yet. But then again, we do keep grabbing more. We should probably go to the store and buy another one, just in case. That would be a good idea. And I'm not too full of those, so we're not gonna do it. I was expecting a Black Death to be in there, though. You can just kind of tell between them. The Red Death looks a bit skinnier in terms of the statue, and then the Black Death looks kind of, like, buff. I don't know. That's not something I really noticed until just now. Or maybe it was just the angle. I don't know. It looked like he was wearing, like, one of those frilly, like, shirts. Frilly blouse or something. I can't remember what they're called. Like, fancy people wear them and they're like, what Miles Edgeworth wears, like, you know, underneath his suit is all frilly, and if you, like, fondled his chest, it would feel like you're fondling the human version of Shadow the Hedgehog with his chest hair, except it's just a frilly shirt. I don't know what I'm saying. Please stop me. Anyway, hey look, it's a lone dead man. Yep, that's him. I think. I hope. Otherwise, this place got a lot more depressing. It's so, like, this game is a lot of fun, but it's not really something you can play for a long time, and I ran that mistake when I fought all the way up to the ice domain, which is like the level after the forest realm. I fought through that. That was 8 hours of my life that I spent down in my aunt's basement while my cousin was hopped up on painkillers from getting all 4 of his wisdom teeth taken out. And my other cousin visiting and flirting with a guy. And, like, so everyone's kind of got their thing. They've got their thing going on. Prepare yourself well, 2 mighty beasts dwell within the ship's massive hold. Gasp! What do they mean by that? Well, there are two giant eagle gargoyles. I know, right? Fun. Let's fight them. Oh, where's my turbo? Actually, no, let's just punch these guys with the electric armor. I never really showed off what the armor does. Or, like, the shield. you just kind of get to push through giant hordes of enemies. Not bad. Not bad at all. Thankfully, we are at a higher level, so, you know, levels in the future won't be too difficult for us. I mean, nothing's really difficult for us anymore. I mean, let's face it, we are pretty damn strong. Especially at, like, level 40 as a wizard and fighting bosses repeatedly. You're bound to get someplace pretty quickly. You're bound to be pretty strong by the end of, like, your 5th encounter with a boss. And so, you can handle what's coming up. So, like I mentioned before, I would actually grind the dragon boss. I actually fought him a good 30 times in one night before I decided that enough was enough. Hey, look! Isn't that fun? That is just great. Look at them. They're like brothers. Or sisters. Or brother and sister. I don't know. All I know is they're getting really close. I think they're just kind of getting stuck on each other. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Ah, well, one of them's dead. And they both dropped golden eagle feathers, thankfully. So, now we just need 5 more. And we can get those in the forest realm, most likely. So, we're doing really good for ourselves. And, that's really all I had to say on that. 16 minutes, 50 seconds, jeez. These levels are going to take a lot longer now. Not too hip on that. I'll fight the Plague Fiend in the next episode because I got a quota to meet. Not really, but like, I don't want to run these episodes too long. Especially after like 20 minutes of Majora's Mask. Let's see. And that was with a lot of failure included. So, I feel especially bad about that. Okay, so now we gotta head back down here most likely. God, it has been so long since I played this with my brother, my sister. I miss them so much. My sister lives here, but she doesn't really play it with me, so... My sister lives in the same city as me. She's only like 2 minutes away, and we don't really play anything anymore. It's so heartbreaking, because like, when you're right there, why can you afford to let your family go? That's the thing. When you're close like that, why are you just gonna let them go? The Plague Fiend is no match for a hero with the javelin. Alright, bro, whatever you say. Well, that's all. As always, I'm Darkspine Sonic 3. Yep, that's me. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. I should probably buy another anti-death. Now we're a conjurer. We gained 2 levels, so that's nice. Let's see. Anti-death, 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 anti-death. I don't think I actually mentioned what the Hand of Death does very well. It just lets you, it just points in the direction that death is in. The closest death, at least. So, first things first, we gotta learn about our conjurer status and our runestone.
Green Wizard is now a level 40 Conjurer.
Conjurer!
Congratulations, you have found a runestone.
That's nice. So, as always, I'm Darkspine Sonic 3. If you like what you saw in this episode, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more just like this. In the next episode, we're going to take on the Plague Fiend. Thank you, and goodbye.